With me, Dene Biddlecombe, Managing Director at Pulse Utilities and the #1 fastest growing company in the Deloitte's Fast 50. Congratulations, Dene.
Thanks very much. It's great recognition. I'm very humbled by our award.
Yeah, it is, and you're operating in an incredibly difficult space. Just explain Pulse Utilities, because you're like a virtual power supplier, aren't you?
We're an electricity retailer, and we've got two brands, Just Energy and Pulse Energy. And so what we do is we package up transmission costs, generation costs, and our retail costs, and on-sell it to consumers.
You're a disruptor, so you've come into the market and decided to disrupt it, and maybe there might be a few electricity consumers who could be grateful for some of the work that you've done.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. We've got a lot of solid support, but unfortunately a lot of people just see electricity as a commodity and want to look for the best price. But part of Pulse's objective is actually to put more pressure on the whole market as a whole and bring prices down for New Zealanders, and that's one of the reasons why we formed this company, and that's one of the results it's achieved over the last 2 or 3 years.
So effectively you can buy the power and then sell it at a cheaper rate than people can buy it directly from the power company. That's what you're trying to achieve.
We're trying to bring down the price of electricity. We're trying to make sure that the gentellers are honest and ensure that the average New Zealander gets a fair deal for their electricity consumption.
Pretty amazing customer growth. You started from, 4,000 customers, and tell us about the Buller connection here.
Yeah, and what happened is with this game you always need capital, and we looked around for capital, and the only company that would come to the party was Buller Electricity, which is, interesting enough, the smallest lines company in New Zealand, and they showed the inclination and the courage to support us, and we're incredibly grateful for that.
So they can share in this award tonight too.
Absolutely, and it's interesting that we've got a West Coast electricity company that has actually been influential in changing the dynamics of the electricity sector within New Zealand.
So you started off with about 4,000 customers, and you've grown that to more than 35,000 customers now. How have you done that?
We've done that mainly through door-to-door, also telemarketing, word of mouth. And we've had actually no money for direct marketing, so we've actually done it very, very much based on feet on the ground and tried to improve our prospectus through getting people on board.
This is a fairly David and Goliath battle, isn't it? I mean, when you look at what you're up against and the sort of marketing clout that you have, how have you managed to survive?
With a lot of good luck, a lot of white knuckle, some very long-suffering shareholders, and with Buller, it's effectively we've hung in there, and now we've actually moved from marginal profitability to profitability, and so we're here for the foreseeable future. And the reason why that's really important, because we keep pressure on the big boys. We're the only independent electricity retailer in New Zealand.
And therefore, if you've got 35,000, could you grow to 70,000 in the next 2 years? Have you kind of reached that tipping point now?
It's really important, like growing any business, and particularly in the electricity business, you need to have scale, you need to have a big balance sheet behind you. It's like a bank. A bank can only grow as big as it's got a balance sheet behind you. So we need to be very careful how we grow to ensure that we retain profitability and ensure that we can actually do the basic services required of an electricity company. We can grow for sure, but we need to make sure that we've got our balance sheet in line, and also our cash flow and profitability lined up to do that.
Finally, the most satisfying aspect of this win tonight for you?
Oh, it's certainly just a recognition, that opportunity for us to actually say that we've been influential in terms of changing the dynamics of the electricity industry in New Zealand, and I'm very, very proud of my team and the contribution that they've made, and it's been a lot of hard times, a lot of tough days, and we've worked through it, and actually we will succeed.
Dean, well done, congratulations.
Thank you very much.